Another brick fan with collectible minifigure series 22. Here I have 12 bags of the collectible minifigures from January 2021. This is series 22. There are 12 total figures. I went through and felt all these out at the store, so hopefully I got all 12 right. But let's go ahead and open them, and I'll give you some tips on how I found the individual figures. Here's our first bag, so let's go ahead and get started. So right away I'm feeling a shield. Feels like a round shield, so that could potentially be our Nordic guy here. Let's see, this right here, it feels like a minifigure head. And this right here feels like an animal. So I'm going to say this is our Nordic guy, which is called the Snow Guardian. Like I said, the sword and the shield are what you're going to feel for, as well as the dog or the husky. So it is the Snow Guardian, as you can see. Let's take a quick look at the sheet. Here's our checklist that comes with all of these, as well as some building instructions, as you can see on the back here. And then on the front, we have all of the minifigures that are included with this series 22. So here is the Snow Guardian, along with the husky. It's our second pack. And we'll feel around. It feels like there's a bag inside of the bag here. Right here, I'm feeling, that's a hair piece, I think. Base plate. Here's a large piece. No, that's a torso. Here's a small, feels kind of like the cap of the mushroom, which goes with the forest elf, just to make sure. Nope, wait a minute. No, it was a wheel, so this feels like the wheelchair. There's a big kind of triangular piece here. Feels like the wheelchair, so I was wrong. This is the wheelchair racer. Sometimes with these bags inside of bags, you get confused a little bit, but here's the piece I was feeling for right here, the wheelchair. So here is the wheelchair racer, and there's a clear cylinder right there in order to put him on this stand. Here we have our third bag. Right here feels like a hair piece. This is a large piece here. Okay, so it comes to a point right here, and then on the top you can feel that little stem. So this feels like the chili costume fan, or this girl dressed in a chili pepper. Here we have that chili pepper piece, which is relatively easy to find. So here's our chili pepper girl, and she comes with an additional hair piece. This is a very bright red hair piece. And interestingly, she comes with some blue milk, which I thought was going to be exclusive to that Luke Skywalker figure, but here it is. Here's our fourth bag. See, you got some legs there. Feels like, it's probably a minifigure head there. It's a small piece, kind of at an angle here. So it feels like someone that has a backpack. Let's see what else we can find in here. Here is that head piece again. This feels like a stud. And down here we have this feels like a ray gun, so I'm thinking this is our space creature. And it is the space creature. I really like the eyes. I thought that was a helmet at first, but it looks like it's his head. Here he is, the space creature. I love the LEGO space logo. This ray gun is pretty easy to find, and then you'll also have two minifigure heads. And then I found this little L bracket here, which made it pretty easy to distinguish this one. So there is space creature. On to our fifth bag. So right here, some small pieces. Almost feels like binoculars, but that could be binoculars. That would be our Birdwatcher. Let's see, that feels like a ball cap. The thing we really want to find is that bird, which is right here. So I believe we have our Birdwatcher here. And it is indeed the Birdwatcher. A few things that are easy to find here. Like I said, I found the binoculars right away when I started feeling through this package. This purse here is not too hard to find. The ball cap, and certainly this toucan here is very easy to find. Bag number 6. Let's see, it starts off with kind of a longer hair piece. So could be, not the only one that has that is the Night Protector. So we're feeling for a large shield, which I think is right here. This is an oblong shield, so an oval type shield. So very distinctive from our Snow Guardian. And then you could also feel for a sword, which I think is right here. So I believe this is our Night Protector. Here's that hair piece that I was talking about, the sword and the shield. And here is the Night Protector. Like I said, we have this oblong shield, the long hair piece, and the sword. I like the coloring on this, so the use of the translucent pieces is really nice. Here we are in bag 7. Going through, let's see, there's a torso here. Well, that's the instruction bag. Down here it feels like a small piece. Maybe like a little stud, like a 1x flat stud. So I'm thinking it might be, there's a helmet or hat, headpiece. Here we go, this is what I was looking for, I think. Yes, this feels like the mandolin or the guitar kind of piece. So I'm going to call this the Troubadour. So here we have the Troubadour. So this mandolin or guitar, whatever you want to call it, is fairly easy to find. The triangular hat is also fairly distinctive, and then he will have a couple of these flat stud, or these round tile pieces as well. Here we have bag 8. Over here feels like a relatively large hair piece. Let's see. So it feels like there's a bag inside of a bag here. Oh, it feels like there's an animal here. It's I'm hoping this is the horse. And yes, I feel a carrot piece right here. So I believe this is our horse and groom. And it is the horse and groom. And here is the horse and groom. And interestingly, this is a little girl groom. It wasn't that obvious when I looked at the picture. But she has braces and then the mid legs that were introduced in the Harry Potter series. On to bag number 9. Once again, it feels like there's a bag inside of a bag. Let's see, this is strange piece. Not sure what that is there, so let's move on to. It's like feels like a fairly large headpiece. Maybe a bag. Oh, hang on. Yep, maybe a bag. Yep. So this and this feels like a garbage can. Just make sure if we can find the handles on either end. There they are. Yes, this is our Raccoon Fan. I think this tail piece was throwing me off a little bit. That is Raccoon Fan. So here's Raccoon Fan along with a garbage can here, and she comes with a hairpiece. So you can have her in or out of her costume. On to bag number 10. See right here is, feels like an angled piece. And over here we have, this is that. Sounds like some tiles over here. Thinking this is the robot that goes along with the robot repairman. So yeah, that feels just like, yep, that's a clip piece. I believe this is our robot repair tech. Oh no, I was completely wrong. So this is what I was feeling, was the ice skates. So bad guess there, but fortunately not a duplicate. So this is our figure skating champion. And even though I got that wrong, what I think the easiest thing to feel for is this trophy here. And then you can feel for the ice skates as well, but not quite as easy. So here's our figure skating champion. Big hairpiece. Feel for this gold trophy here. And then some of the other smaller pieces maybe you can distinguish as well. Bag number 11. Let's see, the only couple we have left are robot repair guy and our forest elf. So right away I feel the top of that mushroom cap and a couple of the bar pieces. So I'm going to go with, this is going to be the forest elf. Like I said, these little mushroom caps, and then this acorn maybe. These kind of look like mushroom caps to me. And these bars are the easiest to find. So here is our forest elf. Last bag, and if I've done everything right, this should be our robot repair guy. So it's looking good. This feels like that round helmet or welder's mask. It feels like a rounded 1x2 there. Here is the clip piece. I think probably the easiest thing, well, there's the hammer right here, and then a couple of those rounded pieces here. So I believe this is our robot repair tech. And it is. So here is our robot repair tech with a little robot. The little pieces for this are probably the easiest to find, like this 2x2 with a rail piece on it, these curved 1x2s, and then maybe the claw piece or the hammer are things you can find. So there's number 12 from our 12 minifigures. So here we have all 12 of Series 22 minifigures. I was able to distinguish them all, although I had a little bit of trouble during the video of the ice skater there. Remember to look for the trophy for the ice skater. So just a real quick recap. You're going to look for the husky and that shield piece for the snow guardian. The wheelchair is by far the most distinguishing feature for our wheelchair racer. Obviously the chili pepper for the chili costume girl. I found it easy to find the ray gun and then that angled back piece for the space creature. The binoculars and even the hat and certainly that toucan for the Birdwatcher. The oval shield and sword for our Night Protector. The guitar and the hat for our Troubadour. The horse and Groom. Look for that carrot piece and of course the horse, which is sitting behind her there. The raccoon, I think the trash can is probably the easiest to find, although that big headpiece and then the bag aren't too hard to distinguish. Ice skater, I already said about the trophy, I think is the easiest thing. The elf there, you're looking for that staff and that mushroom cap. And then for the robot tech, look for the pieces of the robot. So there we have all 12 figures from Series 22. And I'll be reviewing those and giving you some more detail on all those figures probably tomorrow. So until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to see more of my content. I've left a link to my other collectible minifigure reviews up here on the screen.